Well, uh, this has been a long time coming. Hello there, everybody. Spawn92, aka Nightmare, and now I'm finally going to be watching the Demon Slayer movie. I, mm, how the hell do how the hell do I approach this? Um, Looking at that video length, I was not expecting the film to be about 2 hours. I was more or less expecting maybe about an hour, 20 minutes. I was not expecting 2 fucking hours for this film. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be I mean, that's not a complaint. Good God, I mean, that'd be a fucking long movie. That's pretty fucking dope. But that far extends beyond my usual recording time. I'm not gonna be able to get any sleep tonight, am I? So it's obviously been a while since I've watched Demon Slayer. Um, I literally have no words I can probably describe this. All I know is that this movie is canon. It takes place right after the series ends, which we know that the first season ended when they were getting on that train, which is why the film is literally called Mugen Train, of course. And I know that the movie is going to be focusing on the oh god, Twitter was thirsting over him quite a while. I think his name is Enmu. Was this? Oh god, I remember his name being popping up on like Twitter and all that, and there was a ridiculous amount of fan art of him and that ass, I guess. Needless to say, everybody's been thirsty over this boy, this trap of sorts, and I kind of realize the movie's gonna be focusing around him. It certainly helps considering it. The series kind of the first season kind of ended with Muzan giving him some blood while Muzan was currently cross-dressing. I'm not gonna question him. Him and his smooth criminal-looking ass. I'm not gonna question his preferences on what he does in his spare time. Muzan's allowed to do whatever the hell he wants. He looks fabulous in that dress. Okay. Okay. So we have a movie dedicated to this. So I'm kind of a little bit worried. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do this film justice, considering its ridiculous length. And admittedly, health-wise, I'm not the best right now. I mean, meaning that I've been sniffling and sneezing all day at the time I'm about to record this. But to be fair, I do really want to watch this film. Oh god. Oh god, I think this is actually like the second film that I've done. No, I stand corrected. This is the third film. This is the third time that I have actually watched an entire feature-length movie for the channel. First one was the My Hero Academia movie. The second one was Perfect Blue, which not a lot of people have seen because I'm pretty sure after I put my own age restriction on it, I'm pretty sure YouTube blacklisted it because a lot of people haven't seen it yet, apparently. And this will be my third film that I've watched. So, admittedly, first off, I'm not gonna lie, I've been thoroughly missing Demon Slayer as a series, just because I missed the universe itself. But, oh god, I guess staring at the length itself is just kind of what's, I'm a little bit worried about how I'm gonna tackle this. There's a big reason why I don't try to tackle movies too often because, I usually don't have enough time to kind of go through the entire thing and tackle it my usual way. Anyway, regardless if this ends up being 3 hours or not, we'll just find out. Anyway, let's get started. I'll say it again, I've really missed Demon Slayer. Okay. Literally, this movie picks up exactly where we left off with the show, with them getting on the train, or as it's labeled, the Mugen train. We get to explore a little bit about the character Rengoku, one of the Flame Hashira. Quite an enjoyable fellow, I must say that he is. And aside from taking on two demons, which I'm guessing those weren't part of the illusions that were cast earlier, but no, those were actually on the train. They just fell asleep afterwards. Okay. But anyway, we get to meet our demon star of the day, Enmu. Even though the movie didn't really state his name, I just know his name considering Twitter was going absolutely crazy on this character, and just there was like a fluctuation of fan art of everybody just being thirsty over this dude. Understandable. He's quite a nice trap. But get to meet him. Very good voice actor. Whoever chose to voice him did a pretty good job on that. His ability seemingly putting everybody into a blissful dream, and he's able to obviously control what they dream of. And unfortunately, Rengoku, Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke get knocked into this simply by having their tickets punched. Which, very smart idea, mixing his blood in with the ink on the tickets. Very tactful, very smart. Like, okay, not gonna lie. Enmu's plan overall was very good. Like, incredibly well done. He just happened to have the worst opponents, okay? Anyway, as I was stating, putting them all into a dream. With Tanjiro's dream, it's obvious that he was reunited with his family. Inosuke was put into some sort of WoW world where he was the boss inside of a cave, and Zenitsu, Nezuko, and Tanjiro were basically his minions. Quite a silly little world. And in Zenitsu's world, he's, frolicking through a happy little field with Nezuko and all that. How delightful! We got the introduction of the accomplices that were working with Enmu, being promised to be given blissful dreams as well, in exchange for working with his plan. The incorporation of the rope, tethering the victims, very smart. Very smart. The introduction of how the dream world works and where the soul is was also a very well done plot point, where I gotta say, I mean, aside from Rengoku's area where his soul was, it was incredibly beautiful how one of the kids, he had tuberculosis, and he got into Tanjiro's, into his like little area where his soul is, and with how warm and gentle and beautiful that it was, he couldn't bring himself to actually hurt Tanjiro, because that's just the kind of person that Tanjiro is, that he's so self-sacrificing and all that. It moved him to where he couldn't bring himself to do something to somebody that is that kind-hearted. I liked the idea of getting a glimpse into each character's souls and all that. It was very good. And while we were on the topic of Rengoku's, we got to see a little bit about his family life, how his own father used to be a Hashira, but somehow, for some reason, stopped being a Hashira and then just stopped caring altogether, saying that he's worthless. Even Rengoku was worthless, according to him, in that dream. And Rengoku was doing his best to be a good big brother to his little brother. Not telling him to follow in his footsteps, but to do what he wants. Like, showing that Rengoku is a damn good brother. Which immediately should have set off some red flags with how well they were piling on Rengoku's backstory, which I'll get to that and all that. But I gotta like how we got a lot of focus and we got to learn more about Rengoku, the Flame Hashira. It was actually quite good. Now, the reveal of Enmu's ability and what he also does is that he's also able to inflict nightmares on people as well, which he takes great joy in seeing their reactions and their faces of despair upon those nightmares and all of that. Oh, utterly delightful. Didn't really get too much into his idea of what he was like when he was a human, but I can only make assumptions based around that. So, if you... I don't know. Let's see. So they're able to wake up from the dream. It was very heart-wrenching with Tanjiro having to basically tear himself away from a dream world that he wants and break himself back into what is essentially his grim reality. And the method of doing that? Killing himself in the dream, which is absolutely fucking horrifying. Good God. And the fact that Enmu doesn't even need the tickets to put somebody out, all he has to do is activate his hypnosis by looking at them or just saying something, and he's able to put it. But that entire conflict, that battle between Enmu and Tanjiro was so well done that he was able to wake himself from every single hypnosis almost instantly. Just smack dab, instant. Really well done. And it also really goes to show Tanjiro's motivation that he is powerful enough to, commit suicide multiple times to wake himself from that horrifying from that dream. So well done. Now, getting to the displays of Rengoku, showing off his immense skill as a Hashira was so goddamn satisfying, how well he was able to handle himself throughout this entire movie. But anyway, the twist about why Enmu was still able to live despite having his head cut off by Tanjiro, well, easy, because he turned the entire train into his actual body. And I'm kind of happy that I was proven that basically the head of the train was essentially the head, and in that area was where his neck was. And it was quite literally because there was also bone and flesh and all of that. And I won't lie, it is a little gross seeing all the flesh kind of growing around the train like that. I was like, yeah. I almost threw up my lunch a little bit about that. Ugh. Ah. But aside from that, oh god, I'm having a hard time getting my thoughts together about all this. I'm trying to go through all. I realize I'm blitzing through the bullet points of the story itself, but overall, just how well done the fight scenes were, combining the 2D animation with CG animation. Again, I stand by what I said. Sometimes CG can look a little jarring, but I think they actually did a pretty damn decent job whenever it came to this CG animation. At least, in my opinion, I thought they did a pretty good job. I really got to go into Enmu's, aside from his design and all that, his ability is so cruel, Being able to put somebody into a blissful dream only to bring them despair whenever he's about to eat. Go on his a little bit of a buffet. But seeing Inosuke, the fact that his boarhead was able to ignore the eyes because Enmu didn't know where the fuck he was supposed to look at to put him back into the dream. Oh, that was so damn good. The fact that his boarhead actually played into resisting the hypnosis so effectively. Seeing Tanjiro and Inosuke's work, how well they're able to synergize their techniques and work together while they're fighting was really well portrayed in this movie. Even Zenitsu had a few times where he was able to show off and actually work alongside Nezuko too, who was doing her best, and it seems like she's able to use her blood demon art much more effectively now. Oh, I'll say this again. I again will say this. I'm going back again. Whenever Tanjiro was in his dream world trying to find a way to escape, whenever he finally figured out how to break free of the dream and all that, I liked the reincorporation of it, the spirit of his father coming in to assist him to break him out of it. I will stand by that basically the spirits of his family are always with him and Nezuko, because it was the mother that helped Nezuko awaken her blood demon art, and it was his father's spirit that basically helped him break free of the dream. I'm gonna stand by that. I'm quite happy with that little reincorporation. That's a good reference. Oh god, let's go a little bit further in. So, seeing Inosuke, getting back to the main topic, Inosuke and Tanjiro's teamwork finally successfully beating Enmu by cutting off his head metaphorically, or quite literally in this case, by chopping the train. Very well done. Impressive that they were able to save all of the passengers on the train too. But then I realized, oh shit, there's still quite a bit of time left in the movie. What else could possibly happen? Oh, I don't know. Maybe one of the upper three demons suddenly shows up. And first off, excellent design on him, looking like goddamn Demi-Fiend over there, and facing off against Rengoku. seeing Rengoku going all out and showing his stuff was such a blast watching the two duke it out. And while I did feel hope, that was my mistake. One of the things that I always fail to do sometimes is I fail to notice the death flags. I was not expecting a canon movie to kill a character that I wanted to learn more about. Well, I got my answer, and I completely ignored all of the death flags that were being arisen from all of that. But my god, he went out in a blaze of glory. And I don't mean that in a punny way. Like, I literally mean that he literally did his best against he's literally a coward! That demon coward! God damn. At least Tanjiro was able to get at least one more strike in at him to damage him. But you know what that means. That means there's now going to be 2 recipients worth getting revenge on. The upper 3 demon. God damn. They were so close to killing him. So goddamn close. But just had to take it away from me. But Rengoku's death. That was... The movie did a good job making me feel for this character, and actually feel legitimately sad whenever he died. But seeing how well, like, in death, he accepted and said that Nezuko was worthy of the Demon Slayer Corps, and his dying message to Tanjiro and everything about that. Oh god, it's gonna make going into season 2 really hard to sit through whenever he actually visits Rengoku's residence and tells them the news of what happened to him. God damn. Part of me wants to believe that maybe he'll be able to pick up some of Rengoku's techniques to honor him in some way. But also being able to see, like, all of the other Hashira's reactions to the news that he had died. While they were short, it was still very showing of how they each reacted. One saying that they don't believe it. Immediately, that one praying. And, well, obviously one being indifferent, but just seeing, like, some slight individual reactions to them. I'm mentally drained. This movie was fucking amazing. This is a legitimately good movie, and I almost forgot it was 2 hours. I don't know how fucking long I've been recording at this. But goddamn, I'm tired. I'm legitimately just... God, this is why I don't like reviewing movies, because they just wear me out so much, and I'm just so unbelievably tired. Because aside from, because there's a difference between watching a movie and watching a show. With a show, I'm able to get my thoughts well done in fair bursts and actually make these things fall under fair use. But I mean, I don't make money on these anyway. Why would I even care about that? But I want to at least still make it to where I'm not just straight up stealing the content. You know what I mean? So that's the thing with watching movies. I'm always afraid that I'm not giving enough commentary with the film, and I feel like it's not good of an experience. Like, that's the thing. You're gonna get a kick out of this. As excited as I was to watch this movie, I was scared of recording it. Because sometimes as much as I enjoy doing reaction commentaries, it's scary to me that I feel like I'm not doing enough. I realize I've stated this, and I brought up this fear multiple times, and while I have received relatively positive support, it's unfortunately one of those things that I just can't shake away, you know? Sometimes I kind of have to force myself to kind of get into doing some of these because of that fear. But that's just my own personal feelings on that. overall, this movie was amazing. As a movie that's canon to the series, it's tragic. Watching, well, no, I mean, the movie was fucking amazing and all that, but seeing Rengoku's death is just it 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 hurts, you know. God damn, it hurts. Regardless, I hope everybody was able to stay. This is gonna take. Oh God, I'm scared to see kind of how long this ended up being. But regardless, if you all like this, be sure to let me know. Thank you all very much for joining this movie night, I guess. I'm gonna go lay down. Thank you all very much for watching, and, well, I'll see all you guys next time.